welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to chit chat about my bullet journal and talk briefly about some of the things I'm considering for 2025. So let's jump into it. So this is my A5 bullet journal that I picked up last month. I think I got this, I want to say August. So early August, picked this up from Barnes & Nobles and set it up and have been loving it. So this system has shown me more things about myself than I would like to admit, but it has. A lot of you know that I was jumping in and out of planners over the last couple of months, just basically testing out different systems, what I like, what I don't like, just the kind of stuff that I like, basically. Not so much the system in itself, but what I like, solely for the purpose of not making the same mistakes that I've made for the last couple of years, which is buying products that I don't use and then ditch way at the beginning of the year. So right now, everybody has come out with their planners, they're doing pre-orders, they're bombarding you with all these options. And I don't know about you, but they stress me out. They stress me out to see all of these Hobonichi unboxings. They stress me out when I see the Midori Hibino Facebook group posting their old Hibino and then their new Hibino. It stresses me out. I have to take a step back from all of that most of the time, because seeing that makes me want to impulsively buy these same products over again. And then again, we're trying to break the cycle. So seeing it doesn't necessarily help. However, I chose to jump back into a bullet journal despite my not liking to draw out monthlies and things like that. I know that there is a way that can be simplified, and simplicity is what we're going for. So I decided that a bullet journal would probably be a best suit for me to use for the remainder of this year and also in 2025. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm solely going to use a bullet journal for 2025, because that would be a lie if I told you I was going to use a blank bullet journal for 2025. I do have one thing that is dated, and I will talk about it in a future video in terms of like my ideas and things like that, and like where my headspace is with that. So it's not far off from a bullet journal, but it's not a blank bullet journal, if that makes sense. Also to note, if you see my Instagram account, then you'll know exactly what I bought. But nonetheless, this is what I've decided that I will finish out the year in. I was using my Clever Fox, and I got really, really far in my Clever Fox, and I'm still updating it. It's just not constant anymore, because I just needed a little bit more relaxed type of planning, where it was like not so structured, not so goal driven, and goal basic planners like that. That is not a basic planner, but goal driven planners like that do help to a very extent part of my life. But in terms of like right now, when there's really not much I can do in terms of the goals that I have set for myself, it doesn't really work. And I feel like it's one of those planners that reason why it's best that it's undated is that you have to use it in a season that you need it, and then step away when you don't need it. So it's a great thing that it's undated, because I can always jump back in it when the time is right. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and take a look into this. So this bullet journal, I don't think is going to make it too far into the future. We'll see. I'm already like, if I had to think, this is how much of the book I'm in right now. Page 70, 71. And this is how much, not including the last page, this is how much I have left to go in this. So that's not a whole lot if you're using the book the way that I'm using the book. Like I said, this is what I see myself finishing out the rest of the year in, but I don't think that it will last the rest of the year. We shall see. If it doesn't, I have other things on standby that can definitely take the place of this. This is just the one that I'm really, really digging right now. So this bullet journal is something that I've absolutely enjoyed using. It has captured a lot of not only my thoughts, but my day-to-day plans. And it has taken a lot of the planning stress and FOMO away. So if you're someone who is feeling FOMO because your planner system just got boring for whatever reason, or you saw someone else with something, I definitely think that using a bullet journal will kind of help with all of that, because you can change your spreads, you can change the size of your notebook. You can change the type of paper that you want by choosing a notebook that has a particular kind of paper. Like, there's so many options with a bullet journal. So I, in my opinion, think it's the most diverse type of system out there. Monique Smith from Instagram and YouTube, she does monthly booklets. Like, if you really want some inspiration, you can watch her channel. She does monthly booklets, and every month she has a new book that she changes out, and that works for her. Some people have quarterly booklets where they use a book for 1 quarter at a time, and that works for them. And then you have some people who use a book for 6 months. So they end up with 2 books for the year. Or you just use a book and hope for the best, which is me. That's my method. I use a book, I hope for the best, and when it's done, I just jump into a new one. So yeah, so this bullet journal has my last, I talked briefly about this, that it has like August through January, the first month of 2025. But then I've went ahead and I've taped in the 2024 overview, in this 2025 overview. These came from Filofax. So just like everyone else, I took part in that Filofax sale that they were having, and I got a pocket and a personal ring bound system or planner, but I don't think that I will use it. So I put that up because, again, I don't think that I will use it at all. So I took the inserts, tossed those because I won't be needing them. And I'm not one to redate. So yeah, I went ahead and just tossed it. But I definitely took like the yearly overview just so I can see like what the months actually are ahead, versus having to pull out my phone all the time, which is not convenient. And then if we jump to, so I started this planner in August 19th. And so far what I've been doing is basically my basic to-do list, some notes, and then my to-do list continues. And this has been working really great for me. And I do this on a day-by-day basis. So technically speaking, I don't plan ahead of time unless I'm done with the day. Like, I don't see anything else happening for the rest of the day, then I go ahead and I'll do the following day. But most of the time it's on a day-to-day basis. Like, I'll get up, I'll set it up, I'll make my to-do list, and then I'll check it throughout the day. At the end of the day, I'll check it and fill out everything, and then look over any notes, journal if I want to journal, and then move on. So I'm not checking it like 50 times out of the day. That's just totally unnecessary unless I have a lot going on. But most of the time it's not much. It's just like stuff with my toddler, stuff with myself, things that I keep reminding myself that I need to do, that I keep putting off. And occasionally I journal, because 9 times out of 10 I have this book with me opposed to my actual journal. So I do have a journal. I have a journal that I have not journaled in quite some time. I have another journal too, a smaller journal, like a pocket-sized journal, that I have not journaled in quite some time. So this is my journal. This is the one that I was using right before bed, and this journal just has you can see I haven't used it a whole lot. This journal has nothing but writing in it thus far. And what I've been doing, though I have not been writing in here like I should. Oops, so sorry. Ooh, stop shaking. Like I haven't been writing in here. What I have been doing is collecting all sorts of ephemera. So like a card from my mom, the aquarium map, and then this little folder has crap tons of ephemera, all kinds of stuff in here, stuff I ripped out of books. So all the ephemera that has happened over the last couple of months have gone in the back of this journal with the intent for me to journal about it. But like I said, I just haven't been using that book as much. This is the book that I tend to take with me and always have. So a lot of it goes in here now. So yeah, this has definitely worked. And again, I've been doing like some deco. I initially didn't want to put deco in here, but then I got kind of bored with the same kind of spread. So I started putting some deco in here. And then I did a video with this. It's not one of the popular ones. I don't think you guys really like the, I don't think you guys like, this wasn't a sponsored video that I did for this, but I don't think you guys really like when I do like videos for companies and stuff like that. I'm not going to push a product on you. I will share it. I will share it with you and I'll put all the information down in the description box. But one thing you will not see me do is constantly push this product on you to check my affiliate link. Get this, like I'm not that kind of person. So I did a video on this where I did my initial reactions and stuff like that. It was just supposed to be a sample page, but I ended up turning it into a September. It's just the way that I put them down. It ended up working out and I turned it into a September cover page. But these stickers and washi strips are from the Washi tape shop. So if you want to check it out, the stuff will be in the description, but that's as far as I'm gonna go with that. And then here's the new thing that I started doing. So I realized that this book was missing one thing. So I opted not to do weekly overviews because I personally didn't want to sit and draw a week every single month. So what I did, I had these Stalogy, and I think Midori does them too, and I might actually get them from Midori in the future. But Stalogy had these weekly overview removable repositional stickies, which they also have some for the monthlies. Here they are. I don't think I have a whole lot of them left, but here they are. Anyway, they had these, and so I got them, and it's Monday through Sunday, and basically I just do my weekly overview just so that I can see like some of those bigger things in one place, opposed to trying to shuffle through all the days that I wrote, because the days don't always go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It doesn't always go that way. What ends up happening is I have Monday sometimes, and then Monday goes from Monday and then follows to the next page Tuesday, and then so on. I think there's a spread like that. Okay, so like this is Wednesday, and it goes from Wednesday, this is all of Wednesday, and then it will start Thursday. So that's what I mean by like the days are not, you know, they're not together where I can see all the information. Sometimes I have to shuffle through these days just to find stuff. So to have a weekly spread does help, because I can see everything that may be coming up in a shorter version like this. Also decided to do a habit tracker here instead of using my habit tracker stickies. I get a lot of questions about those. It's the little habit tracker sticky notes that I got from Etsy. This shop is no longer, but it was a printable PDF file that I had bought. It was more or less a functional sticky note file that I had bought, and it had a bunch of different type of like files for functional sticky notes. And so that is where I got it. And then I got them printed at Vistaprint because my printer does not print sticky notes. So that's where it came from. But instead of using that, I just decided to do like a little tracker. And then I use like Open Space for like kind of like how you use the monthly by putting like notes and things like that. I do that here. And then I started using a little bit more stickers just because I have such a large sticker stash to begin. It didn't start out that way, but I have been gifted stuff, and then over the years I've bought things too. So I've been using that to just try to dwindle my stash a little bit. So again, I use my stickers, and then I just put the dates. And then this chart here, I ended up making specifically for my son. It is a behavioral chart, and basically like any regular mood chart, it just has 4 different moods between happy, sad, mad, and fussy. And we have had a lot of fussy days, a lot of temper tantrums. There was a day that he had a bad outburst, which kind of scared me. So what I've been doing is trying to figure out how many fussy days he's having, and if there's something that we can do in terms of behavior, because I think that when you're working on your child's behavior, it's not going to be an easy thing, especially when you're trying to take different approaches to it, especially if you've been doing something and you notice that's not working. Then maybe trying to find another solution to that is helpful or could help. So I've just been trying to figure out, like, you know, all his fussy days, and then journaling or writing about some of the things he was fussy about, and just see where we can make the changes there. I was journaling about that too in this area, and yeah, it picks back up. What I like to do is put like chunks of like washi here, because this just makes, like, if you don't really want to just slap a sticker on it, then like this helps me use it, like my washi strips or those borders that come in those sticker books, because otherwise I'd have no use for them. So I use them kind of sort of like this. And yeah, I have been journaling in this book because it is a book that I have all the time. Like I said, a lot of it just goes into this particular book now. I still do use my other journal when I want to do more private type deep thought journaling, because obviously I wouldn't share that on YouTube, Instagram, nothing like that. But not that I think that you guys can read my writing, but you never know. Some people can zoom all the way in and read everything. So yeah. And then you probably have seen this in my ring bound system with the Agenda 52. It is the same chart, only difference is I added one more letter. So if you remember back when I had the Agenda 52 set up, you remember that I used to have a weekly task list that was always running. And in that weekly task list, I would have 3 or 4 areas of the completion of that particular task. So it goes I, C, D, T. We'll skip the last one, but the original format that I was using was ICDT, which was I for incomplete, C for canceled, D for done, and T for transfer. This time I added M, so it's ICDTM, and it just means migrate to next month. So now what they stand for is I for incomplete, or I'm sorry, I for in progress, C for canceled, D for done, T for transfer to following week, in for transfer to following month. So there are tasks that may not get done in a single week, but need to get done before this month is done. So sometimes I can transfer those to a following week. And then there are tasks that I've set forth to get done in a month that may not meet that month, so I can transfer them for the following month. And as I do them, as I start the task, I put a dot, and then when the task, wherever the task is at the end of the month or at the end of the week or whatever the case may be, I draw the line, put an X as to where it is. So if it's something that I need to transfer, then I look at this. So this particular weekly task tracker is for the month, and I just check it every week just to make sure that I'm getting some of this stuff done throughout the month. And yeah, it just goes back into my weekly plans. So it picks back up on Friday. So I made the decision to add this right after, I made the decision to add this tracker right after Tuesday, which is why it's in an awkward place. And then I made the decision to add this tracker, this weekly task tracker, right at the end of Thursday, which is why it's in an odd place. And all I did for each one was tab them off so that I knew where these two trackers were. Yeah, and that's the way that it goes throughout the entire system. Or the entire book for now anyway. And then I did the next one. This is for this current week, and of course using some more deco. I don't know if I'm gonna get questions about it, but this sticker, washi sticker, I think this is called PE tape, PE tape. It's from the Washi tape shop, which they have really pretty stuff. So again, that's where all of this stuff came from. It came from there. And so this came from, shoot, I don't usually do these, so I don't know if I'm gonna get questions. Somebody asked me about a sticker book yesterday. So I'm trying to hit the things that I think people will probably ask me about. But yeah, it came from the Washi tape shop, and it was a part of like this New York themed stuff. Yeah, so that's that. That is my bullet journal. That is how things have started to look. And of course, I started using some different colors. Like this is the Uniball. Don't ask me, I don't remember. It's the Uniball pen though. Uniball pen. Uniball pen. And again, doing some more of that washi stuff. This is actually a Nanami Cafe Note page, and I actually cut the book down and took the pages out because I didn't see myself using A6, and also because the grid is very small here. I was trying to really convince myself to get this Midori Hibino, but I couldn't convince myself enough, so I chose not to, especially like after I cut this down. So I cut it down and I was like, I'll just use it as tip-in paper. And I don't know, but the not Hobonichi paper, the Tomoe River paper did not take the pen that I used to do this was this Precise V5 RT, and it was the green color, and it didn't do so well on this paper. It bled through. I can see like all the little places where it bled through. So I don't know, it's not performing the same way. It was the same issue that I was having with the Hibino anyway, but it's not performing the same way as the Hobonichi that I had from 2023. It's not performing like that. So I don't know, paper isn't my favorite. Like and I like thin paper, but this particular, it's just not my favorite. I don't know, something about it, I didn't like it. I still like the Tomoe River paper, but I don't know, I didn't like it in this cafe book this time. Or maybe I just didn't like it with the gel pen, because all I've ever used was ballpoint. So maybe that is probably what's up with that. But for me, I didn't like it with gel. Nonetheless, this is Thursday. And then here we are on today, which I need to go in and update. And then all I did was I slapped some stickers down and journaled. This sticker actually came from my husband. He gave this to me yesterday when he was cleaning out some stuff. He got this when he was deployed, or not deployed, I'm sorry. He got this when he was TDY in Minnesota. And out there he went to an escape thing, or escape room with some people. And yeah, he gave me this, and all I did was like write little snippets about a remembrance from when he was TDY and how I had to do everything for like 3 weeks by myself without him. These are from yesterday. Oops, sorry. These little things down here are from yesterday. They're fortune cookie, like little read things. They came out of fortune cookies. Basically, it just says a new friend will soon enter your life with blessings to share, and then your ability to love will help a child in need. I thought they were sweet, so I taped them in. I journaled a little bit about our date night, and yeah, this is my day from today. And then I don't have anything else to write, so what'll end up happening is I'll start my Saturday here and go forth throughout until whenever in this. And that's the beauty of the bullet journal, is that there is no end to it until you get to the very end of the book, and then you can close it, archive it, and start anew. So that is the flip of my current planning system. I absolutely love this. I think this is going to work out beautifully for next year. It is one thing that I'm using for next year. It may not be this particular journal in itself, because this paper is 120 GSM. I actually really enjoy using the Leuchtturm planners and notebooks and stuff. I actually really enjoy their paper a lot. So yeah, I really enjoy their paper a lot, though there are some new things that I have that I can't wait to share with you, and we'll talk about all of that in the next video. But you guys, I thank you so much for taking time to kind of take a look into my planning system, where my head is, what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling about, you know, right now with planning and all that good stuff. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.